first year. Gold is weird. It doesn't rust. It doesn't rot. You can bury it for 1,000 years, dig it up, and it looks brand new. And yet, for most of human history, gold did absolutely nothing. No food, no shelter, no warmth. So here's the uncomfortable truth. For 5,000 years, billions of people have organized their lives, built empires, fought wars, and designed money systems around a shiny yellow rock that you can't even eat. Pause. That's the first strange idea. Now here's the second one, which is even stranger. Right now, in this very moment, more gold exists than at any point in history. Enough gold to fill 3 Olympic swimming pools. But despite that, people are more obsessed with it than ever. Governments are buying it, billionaires are hoarding it, and influencers are screaming that it's the only real money left. So the big question is simple. Why? Why did gold become so powerful, and why does it still matter today? Let's rewind 5,000 years. Imagine a small village. No banks, no coins, no smartphones, no money at all. People trade. You have wheat, I have chickens. We swap. But barter is messy. What if I don't want your wheat? What if you don't want my chickens? That's when humans discovered something shiny in rivers: gold. At first, it was just pretty, like a sparkly toy. But slowly, people noticed 3 things. First, it was rare. Second, it didn't break or rot. Third, it was beautiful. So instead of trading wheat for chickens, people started trading things for gold. Not because gold was useful, but because everyone agreed it had value. That agreement was the first money system. Not written, not official, just human psychology. Now jump to ancient Egypt. Pharaohs wrapped their tombs in gold. Why? Not because it helped them rule better, but because gold looked eternal. In their minds, if something never decayed, it must belong to the gods. So gold became sacred. Fast forward to Mesopotamia, China, and India. Gold is now everywhere, in temples, crowns, and royal treasures. At this point, gold isn't just money. It's power, it's status, it's immortality. But here's where things get interesting. Gold didn't stay only with kings. It leaked into everyday life. Small gold coins appeared. Merchants used them. Travelers carried them. Armies paid soldiers with them. For the first time in history, money could move across borders. If you had gold, you could travel anywhere. People would accept it, no questions asked. That's when gold stopped being just shiny metal and became a global language. Now, move ahead to the Roman Empire. The Romans were brilliant at one thing: organization. They built roads, they built cities, they built trade networks, and they built their economy on gold and silver coins. But here's the twist. Over time, emperors started cheating. Instead of using pure gold, they mixed in cheaper metals. The coins looked the same, but were worth less. This is the first version of inflation. More money, less value. The empire slowly weakened. Trust disappeared. Trade collapsed. And when Rome fell, so did its money system. Lesson number 1 in gold history: when people lose trust in money, they run back to gold. Now jump to the Middle Ages. Europe is chaotic, wars everywhere, kings fighting kings. But gold survives. Even when empires fall, gold stays valuable. Then something changes in the 1400s. Ships start crossing oceans. Europe discovers the Americas, and gold starts flowing in massive quantities from the New World. Spain becomes insanely rich. Temples are filled with gold. Palaces shine. Treasure fleets sail across the Atlantic. But again, something ironic happens. More gold doesn't make Spain stronger. It makes prices explode. Everything gets expensive. Workers struggle. Farmers suffer. The economy weakens. More gold, more problems. This is the second big lesson. Gold can make you rich, but too much of it can destroy your economy. Now we move to the modern era, the 1800s, Industrial Revolution, factories, railways, steam engines. Countries need stable money, so they create something called the gold standard. Here's how it works, explained simply. Every paper note in your pocket is backed by real gold in a vault. If you bring your money to the bank, they must give you gold. This creates trust. People believe in money again. For a while, the world runs smoothly. Trade booms, cities grow, innovation explodes. But then, World War I happens. Governments need money for war, lots of it. So they print more paper money than they have gold. The system breaks. After the war, countries struggle to return to gold. Then comes the Great Depression in 1929. Banks collapse. People panic. Millions lose everything. Gold becomes a lifeboat again, but this time, governments step in. In 1933, the U.S. government does something shocking. It makes it illegal for citizens to own most gold. People are forced to sell their gold to the government. Why? Because leaders believe private gold threatens their control of money. Think about that. Gold wasn't dangerous as a metal, it was dangerous as freedom. Now jump to 1944. World War II is ending. World leaders meet in Bretton Woods. They create a new system. The U.S. dollar will be backed by gold. Other countries will tie their currencies to the dollar. America becomes the world's banker. And for a while, this works beautifully. Global trade booms again, but by the 1960s, something cracks. The U.S. prints more dollars than it has gold. Countries start demanding their gold back. France leads the charge. And in 1971, President Nixon makes a historic decision. He ends gold backing completely. From that moment on, money is no longer tied to gold. It becomes pure trust. And trust is fragile, which is why gold never went away. Even without official backing, people kept buying it. Why? Because gold doesn't depend on governments. It doesn't depend on banks. It doesn't depend on apps. It just exists. Now, let's explain how gold works in the real world. Step 1. Scarcity. There is a limited amount of gold on Earth. We can mine more, but very slowly. Most of the easy gold is already gone. That means gold doesn't inflate like paper money. Step 2. Durability. Gold doesn't corrode. A coin from 2,000 years ago looks almost new. Paper money tears. Digital money can vanish. Gold remains. Step 3. Portability. You can carry millions of dollars worth of gold in a small briefcase. Try doing that with land, houses, or factories. Step 4. Global acceptance. If society collapses tomorrow, your bank app is useless. But gold, people will still take it. That's why rich families pass it down for generations. Now here's where things get uncomfortable. Gold is often sold as a safe investment, but that's not fully true. Gold doesn't create wealth. It doesn't grow like a business. It doesn't pay dividends like stocks. It doesn't produce anything. Gold just sits there, shiny, silent, patient. Its real power appears only in chaos, when currencies fail, when wars happen, when governments print too much money. Gold is insurance, not a lottery ticket. But here's the math most people ignore. If the economy is stable, gold often underperforms. Stocks grow faster. Businesses build real value. But when the system shakes, gold shines. That's the hidden mechanic. Gold isn't about getting rich. It's about not losing everything. Now look at today. Central banks are buying gold like crazy, more than at any time in decades. Why? Because they don't fully trust the dollar anymore. Countries are moving away from U.S. control. Sanctions, geopolitics, power struggles. Gold is becoming political again, not just financial. Meanwhile, regular people are told two opposite stories. Story 1, gold is useless. Buy stocks. Story 2, the system is collapsing. Buy gold. The truth is somewhere in between. You don't need all gold, but you also shouldn't ignore it. Now, let's zoom out. For 5,000 years, gold has been a mirror of human fear and desire. We wanted something permanent in an impermanent world. We wanted stability in chaos. We wanted trust when trust broke, and gold became that symbol. But here's the deeper question. Did gold shape history, or did human psychology give gold its power? If tomorrow everyone suddenly agreed gold was worthless, it would be worthless, just like paper money. Gold's value isn't in the metal, it's in the